It's looking a bit tricky in the striker market currently because we have latest news from Fraser Fletcher and Fabrizio Romano that Benjamin Sesko has decided to turn down Chelsea, and not only us, he actually decided to turn down both Arsenal and United too. He wants to stay at RB Leipzig and sign a new contract and continue his journey in Bundesliga, and this is of course both bad and good news. The bad news is though I think he could suit Enzo Maresca's system, style of play. I think he has the right attributes for that, since he has a very good first touch, ball control, can link up with teammates, make those progressive passes. And the guy is really big too, so he can play with his back to goal and hold off big defenders when linking up with teammates. But the good news is though, as we're getting to know this as early as possible before the transfer window open, because then that means we can focus on other targets now. Can understand why he decides to stay, because maybe he feels like he will get more regular game time in Leipzig, and therefore he will develop further. He could stay a lot on the bench if he goes to the top clubs, and if he continues to develop further and impress, he will have other clubs coming for him in the future. The guy is only 20 years old, so I can understand he's not in a big rush, but it's still bold to turn down 3 big clubs that is desperate to get you. And this is coming from The Athletic, and they're mentioning that we are considering another forward instead, and that is Aston Villa's John Duran. Any deal for the 20-year-old would be separate from Gallagher's potential move to Villa Park. Now, we know we have been linked with John Duran ever back in January transfer window, but for some reason we didn't purchase him there, and we decided to wait instead. And now the scouts will have more time to watch him this last 5-6 months and get more reports on him. He doesn't have too much experience starting for Aston Villa and getting those crucial regular minutes, but is this a striker we're looking to maybe just be an option that we can bring in case something happens to Nicholas Jackson? I mean, then I can understand it. It just depends what type of risk you are willing to take. Do you want to go for a 20-year-old that isn't proven enough so far, or do you want to look for another more proven striker? I think I would prefer the latter mentioned. Tricky. I mean, there maybe isn't that many striker options in the market that the sporting directors feel like would suit Enzo Maresca's style of play. Also coming out updates around Julian Alvarez. This is from The Athletic. Alvarez has been open to a move for several months, although his first choice destination, Real Madrid, is not going to happen this summer at least. He's thought to want more first team football. Does he really think he's going to start over Mbappe? Do you even think he's going to start over Endrick? If it's the case that Julian Alvarez prefers Real Madrid, then we should look at other strikers that would put Chelsea as their first target. I was vocal about for a couple of videos ago that Julian Alvarez profile, I think it really suits Enzo Maresca's, and he will be a player that could really make a difference in this team, because he's so good creating space for his teammates and moving into channels, and a very energetic forward too. He's very versatile. He can play different roles, different positions, but his market value will be around 68-70 million pounds. Is the owners willing to pay that? I don't know, but I guess Julian Alvarez isn't likely to happen in the current moment, but you can never say never. I mean, anything can happen with Chelsea Football Club. Moving on further from Simon Johnson Sport and Lion Toomey, David Fofana, who joined from the Norwegian club Molde in January in 2023, could be on his way out too. After loans at Union Berlin and Burnley last season, Chelsea feel he can attract offers. Yes, that David Fofana was just bought to gain profit after a couple of years, so Now when we're going to sign a couple of these young guys, I'm not gonna get too gassed and excited like I have been, because you know they're just being bought, sell later on for a higher fee than they were bought for in the first place. Directors, maybe the recruitment team sees something in that sort of fun and feels like maybe it doesn't suit Enzo Maresca, why not moving on, Ukrainian striker Dobbik. Now I'm not really sure actually if he fits Enzo Maresca's system, because I feel like he's more striker that is similar to Osimhen and Haaland. He's not someone that's really going to link up with the team as much. And looking at FBref, touches is in the 88th percentile inside the penalty box, and it's not coming down and linking up too much. So maybe his profile doesn't suit Enzo Maresca, since he wants a striker that can drop down into the midfield. December, I was very vocal about bringing in Guirassy from Stuttgart. The guy had a splendid, incredible season at Stuttgart. I think he scored like 28 goals. Of course, he's 27 years old. We're not looking to sign players over 25. I just hope we could made one exception, because he only has a 15 or 17 million pound release clause, or what it is. It's super cheap. There's no risk in it. And the guy can score goals. But what he also can is actually drop down and link up with his teammates compared to Dobbik. You see here in terms of passes attempted in the 90 percentile, pass completion percent in the 95 percentile, progressive passes is in the 60s. 7 percentile, that's pretty high for being a striker. He's also someone that's coming into the box, 86 percentile here, touches in the opposition penalty box is high, progressive passes 82 here. You can look further and dig deeper into a Guirassy scouting report at FBref, but he's someone I will look to bring in, but I don't feel like it's gonna happen. But I just wanted to mention there. So it looks like we're not gonna get Julian Alvarez, we're not gonna get Benjamin Sesko, we're not gonna get Osimhen, that's for sure. We're moving on Broja, David Fofana. Give David Washington a chance maybe. I mean, that's a big risk too. He's only played for the development squad, but we bought him because we thought he was a wonder kid with massive potential. I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comments down below. Tell me, what type of striker should we go for if we can't bring in Sesko or Alvarez or the other we mentioned, and I will happily read that. Of course, if you're brand new here, want to be a legend, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell down below so you never miss when I upload, and I hope you're having a great day, and I'm out. Peace.